And I had a friend message me this morning, text me, and she's like, that's not going to work. I can't do that. I can't afford to do this. And I said, hey, I understand it's not for you. And I pushed back a little bit and I said, yesterday there was a woman that was 9 months pregnant that had done nothing wrong, and ICE came and grabbed her. And then they had caused some damage to her and she had to go to the hospital. She's 9 months pregnant. And I said, what are we supposed to do? Aren't we supposed to be caring for our neighbors? And she said, well, I'm not going to do that for a pregnant. I'm not going to jeopardize my privilege for that pregnant woman. In not so many words. See, and I think that's fundamentally why we're still here as a country. I feel like there's too many people that are waiting for something to happen to them. Oh, that was her. That was them. That's not going to happen to me. And then, I just think that's unfortunate. My understanding was patriotism, Americanism, American first should be about taking care of America first. I went to the protest 2 days ago. I told that story. I went down there and I felt like I was in Mexico. It was wonderful. I felt like I was going to sit down and have a beer and carnitas and tortas. And it was just a great, great time. Obviously, at the end of the night at 11 o'clock, there were some knuckleheads that did some silly things. But you know what? I'm not getting deported. I'm not having ICE come to my house. But why did I go down there? Because they live here. They're my neighbors. They're good people. Now, for all of you that continue to push this BS about they're here illegally, you voted for a man who's an adjudicated rapist, a convicted felon, a guy who pardoned 1,500 U.S. citizens that are here legally on January 6th. So please spare us all the crap about you care about law and order and legality. Now, the reality is all the administrations over the last couple of decades should have done something about the immigration system. And Joe Biden put a bill out at the end of last year before the election that would have changed the system. Was it perfect? No. Did both sides get what they wanted? No. Was it a perfect bill? No. But it did something. And it was shot down. Because the orange Jesus in the White House had to use that on his campaign to say that the brown people are here. And that's exactly what's happening right now. If you're brown and you've been here for 30 years, you've never committed a crime, we're going to come snatch you off the streets. I got a text this morning from my wife, and they're close to our house in our cities. They're snatching kids out of schools. You're fine with that? I'm not. But I'm also not going to sit on my ass and say, well, you know, that doesn't affect me. I'm not going to jeopardize myself. That is literally the definition of white privilege. And that's the reason we're here as a country. Because for too long, people that look like me and my demographic have sat on our ass and we sat out. And we said, you know what? Segregation didn't affect me. What happened to the Native Americans didn't affect me. Jim Crow didn't affect me. Taking the land from the Mexicans didn't affect me. Women's rights didn't affect me. So I'm not going to give a shit. I'm just going to sit behind. And I believe that change in this country is only going to happen one way. People that look like me are going to have to say what I'm saying right here to you. And that's what I encourage you to do. That's the only way change is going to happen. You want to criticize privilege? Great. But then use it for good. That's what I would propose to you.